Isteach an seo an nacht an seo Tyrone GA Live agus muid beo ón ómí agus an cluthe lechanna seoir seo idir an Críomh agus an Strabane. You're all very welcome to tonight's football action here on Tyrone GA Live TV to the Junior Championship semi-final weekend of club championship action here, and it awaits us with 8 games being played and places at stake in the junior, intermediate finals as well as the senior semi-finals. I'm not surprised that awaits either the Harps or the Sigersons here tonight, a place in the junior championship final, and 2 teams that have shown excellent form to finish first and second in the junior league in Division 3. But it's championship silverware that's most important to both clubs here that have been guaranteed intermediate status for next year. The weather, well, looking out at it at the minute, it's blustery, it's windy, there's a shower coming in, and it's soft underfoot as the players are taken to the field for their various warm-ups. Strabane come into tonight's game with wins over Castledurg and Ernie, and Stewartstown on the other hand had impressive victories over Ergel here in thirds, but needed extra time to overcome Drumquin to get their place here in the semi-final. Joining me tonight on commentary is Tyrone goalkeeping great Finbar McConnell. And Finbar, 2 form teams we have here in the semi-final. We can hope and expect a great game of football, and hopefully a good game of football.
I would think so. Both teams have served it up during the league, competed very well, and the only defeat between each other has come at the hands of Stewartstown against the Ban in Mullamoyle. Obviously home advantage may have played a big part in that. If the draw had been the other way and home game for Sigersons, we may have been looking at it the other way. But they've secured promotion. It's all over the Sigersons now.
It is, yeah. And looking out, conditions will have a big impact here. The wind has died down, but again, it's going to be soft underfoot, and again, that'll have a significant impact on the way this game goes, probably.
Yeah, no, credit to the groundsmen again here. We have another couple of games on tonight, and the pitch is looking immaculate. Yes, as the rain comes down, I was lucky enough to come across it there. It'll take the stud nicely. It's not treacherous or slippy conditions, even though it will be greasy, but there's no excuses here, and the wind is just blowing into the town end is about all that's in it, and it's very slight.
And you're very, I suppose, looking as a player, Finbar, you're glad to get out first here on a night like tonight when there's 2 games, when there's another semi-final on after this, when Connollys will take on Galway in the intermediate semi-final. It's good to get out and to take the pitch first and to get used to them before it cuts up.
It is, you've got the carpet at the start, and irrespective, many games is played on a pitch. The team coming out second is replacing divots in around the squares. The boats are all kicked about, so it is. The kick out areas is well scuffed, so it is. It's nice to get the first game.
It's nice to get the first game, and having said that, we'll take a look at the teams and how they line up tonight. Strabane, well, they're the team out in red and white there on the right hand side, and they're going to be playing down into the town end as we look at it here from the commentary position. Greg Kelly, he starts in nets for Stewartstown, and he normally comes out and roams around the middle of the field, and that's the Stewartstown team as we see it there now. Jason Park plays in the corner in the full back line. He's one of a lot of members who have under 21 success with Stewartstown. Darren Devlin, a brother of Cahill, is another with an under 21 Tyrone medal in his back pocket. Conor Quinn completes the full back line, and as we look at the half back line, Karen Robinson is on the left hand side with Mark Rooney, another player with under 21 success at centre half back. Tiernan Rush, the strong running Tiernan Rush, is number 7 and goes on the winger, and Skehan and Wianchin for Hunya and Cree. Valarna Parka, Stephen Talbert, Ivera Hocht, Agus, Steve and Ekalesh, partnering him, Shea Burke, Ikaihu Iverani, wearing the number 9 jersey. The half forward line is made up of Gerard O'Neill, another under 21 medalist. In the centre, Kaihu Gansi Iverahinjeg is Macaulay Quinn, and on the right hand side, Dylan McElhatton. The full forward line is made up of the dangerous Theo Lowe, Shea O'Neill at full forward, again another danger man for the Stewartstown men, and in the corner, probably one of their biggest danger men and threats there, is Dan Lowe, brother of Connor, and again another player with an under 21 medal in his back pocket. Loads of brothers in the Stewartstown lineup, and just as we've gone through the team, Ivera Doyeg, Fiacre Coyle is replacing Dylan McElhatton there in the half forward line for Stewartstown. So Dylan McElhatton comes out and Fiacre Coyle comes in. He's actually suspended for this game, so there's a replacement there in the Stewartstown lineup as we see it there on your screens. Having a look at the Strabane team, Cahill Gorham, August Wan, Strabane, Sigersons, again a very strong, formidable outfit. Ryan McGowan is in nets for the Strabane men. He'll be minding the house. Estian Chin. The full back line is made up of Iverdhaw, Oren Sweeney, Kyle Morrison, Estian Chin, or Emil Nacarnaga, imagine the edge of the square, August Oshin Kelly, Estian Chin, Igivra Cahar. The half back line is made up of Mark Roherty, Luke McGeehan, he give her a shade centre half back, agus Ethan Corey, he give her a shot. A strong midfield pair for Strabane in the form of Mark McAdams and Rory Gormley in the middle of the field. And the half forward line again is extremely strong for Strabane. Owen McGrath, who came through Tyrone Academies from under 12, under 14 up, he likes to roam in around the middle of the field and probably will hit frees. Warner Mullen, the danger man, give her a he and jeg. He's the man who's been on form and has been hitting a lot of scores and totting up big tallies for Strabane as they've made their way to this semi-final. The half forward line sees a change as ever. A shock jeg, Danny McBride, the veteran of Strabane teams down through the years, come into place, and now McGinley is staging into Lena Lantussi in the half forward line. He is there and keen to make an impact here on this game from the start. And again, another change in the left hand corner as Rory White, ever a hawk jeg, comes into place. Oisin McGillian there, I give her a 3 jeg. Probably a big change there for the Strabane men, as McGillian would have been thought to come out and roam and play as a sweeper and an extra pair of hands for the Strabane men in their back line. Colin Crawford makes up and takes up the edge of the square, give her a car jeg, and completing the Strabane lineup, Ever a Coog jeg, Hayden McNamee. And of course Strabane are managed by Dermot Corey, August and Chin, Mickey Ray as their Trask. Finbar, noticeable changes there. Danny McBride comes in to the start for Strabane. We thought probably we would see him at some stage, but to come in and start is a big change and I suppose a significant statement of intent from Strabane from the start.
It is a big wealth of experience and obviously captain of the senior club of the year, and won't be found wanting when the questions are asked. It's the type of player that Sigersons need here to lead tonight from the front.
Yeah, and looking at the Strabane team, who are the other players there that catch your eye, who could turn this game for them?
Mark Rory, that starting at wing half back, is really catching the eye this season. Has a tremendous season, so he is good under the high ball and great at driving forward. A real leader in his performance from wing half back. He will be a big threat here tonight. I fancy Strabane to work with the sweeper system today, but I fancy them to push on. They've got a lead from the front. They've got to lead this game, take it to Stewartstown. They want to finish the season on a high, and this is a great opportunity. If you're going to be there at the end, you've got to beat what has won the league and deemed the best team in Division 3 at the minute. But this is championship football. This is on the day.
Yeah, and a lot of expectation here on Warner Mullen. He scored 2-8 against Castlederg. He scored 1-1 in the last day out in the win over Ernie. A lot is expected of him at centre half forward.
Once again, he'll pull the young fellas on around him, so he'll lead by example. He'll take watching, so he will be. And anything breaks loose in around that 25-35 metre line, like Warner's very accurate.
He is very accurate. One to watch out for is Owen McGrath, a lad I know from coaching him at underage academies within the Tyrone setup. A man who's very, very lethal from any frees and anything in round from 45 yards up, Finbar.
Yeah, and he's really grasped the nettle in terms of his development. He's coming on year and a big staller within the club, so it is. And another player that the stage is set for these boys now to move their careers on. It's where they want to go. It's no one's holding them back now. This is where you grab the game by the scruff of the neck, your own game personally, and drive it on.
And what about Strabane and Stewartstown then on the other hand? Are they more of a team unit? Are they more of a collective, Finbar? And will they be looking, as a tight unit possibly to take out Strabane's big players?
Stewartstown will be coming in very confident, but that has come from a season with the played their matches, so they've come through pretty much unscathed except for a point deduction in Clannabogan, which is a tough place to go any night. They'll be looking to carry that into the game, obviously taking themselves as favourites, so there will be. It would be a big statement to go back into intermediate with both titles, but I fancy Strabane has to have something up the sleeve. You don't want to be relying.
Oh, that's a bold statement when we're early on.
You don't want to be relying on the short tails of Stewartstown to pull you into intermediate football here. They have a wild card in this, even if they're bait, but that's not the way you want to go up. There's a trophy here to be won. This is a stepping stone towards that. Let's grasp it.
Let's grasp it is right from Finbar Connolly. You heard it here first. He's made a bold prediction for what way this is going to go, as we see both teams and subs and mentors are making their way to the dugout. The teams are ready to go, and our officials for tonight, Mark Loughlin, Athletic Kieran, he's the man in the middle, and he's going to take charge of proceedings, and he is helped tonight by Kieran Anetta, Owen Omi, Shane King for us and Trillick, agus John Carlin, Clonagale, agus Namuir, Shane Doherty, Paddy Grimes, Fergal Ward, agus Joe Canavan, agus Muddy Dool, the Sarkle, Anshaw and Octa. We see earlier on a change in the middle of the field. Both teams are making, I suppose, the matchups are key here early on, Finbar, as we see a couple of changes there in the middle of the field. We'll keep you abreast those. Macaulay Quinn,
young Mark moved into the middle there, and no fear in there. Great aerial ball guy. So this obviously is matched up. The work has been done on the changing ground, and obviously it's been brought into play here now. Yeah, because Lehrage catches Jack and Redshore, and we're on here in the semi-final between Stewartstown and Strabane. Early ball into the full forward line as we see Stewartstown win possession. Ball's led off, and can an early chance be made by Stewartstown, and the bar is put high and it's over the bar by Iver and Ian Shin Shea-Burke, and a great score by Stewartstown to get them up and running early on into this game. Finbar, good start, and what great
you want.
Start, no dwelling on the ball, making the ball do the work, confidently putting it between the posts.
great strike. And so we can see lots of changes here as we look out on the field. The matchups are key, and one thing you're looking out for at the start of the game is who's picking up who, Finbar, and who's going where.
To see, I don't see a sweeper system in place yet. From either club, it seems to go man for man here at the minute, across the whole field.
And Mark McAdams trying well there to keep possession, but again, the slippery surface, the ball skipping off it and out over on the sideline and giving possession back to Stewartstown, and they look to work the ball through the hands, and keep possession will be the key here. As we see Macaulay Quinn, Aaron Lehodge, he looks up and he finds inside Iver Fiha Hocht, and Cahill Devlin looks for the ball inside, but he's pulled back and repelled back by that strong Strabane defence. Again, Quinn's on the ball and looks to see if he can thread a lovely ball played inside there to Shea O'Neill. Shea O'Neill in lots of space in the corner. Can he work this out for himself? Get possession into the hands is important at first, and he's tackled, and he does well to get possession up in the hands. He's looking out to see if there's any help on, but unfortunately possession given away. Mark Rorty, Finbar picked him out earlier, is there to win back possession for Strabane. They're looking up to see if there's anything on. There's a big amount of space between their own 45 and the collection of players that they now have, and only 2 players inside in their full forward line. They're going to have to work possession through the hands and get runners if they can. As we see Kyle Morrison on the ball, turns back to the veteran Danny McBride. He'll look to use all his experience here today, but we see Stewartstown, they're using their experience to turn it over high up the field, and we see Dan Lowe, man we talked about earlier, wins possession and plays it inside. Stewartstown on the attack now. Shea Burke looks inside, threads that ball inside again. The Iver Fiha Devlin turns again on his left foot. Can he slot this one over the bar? Oh, it's off the post. Off the post, but Stewartstown react well. They're first to it. Strabane are sleeping there at that stage. That's something they're going to have to look. Ball inside to Lowe. Lowe, can he finish that? Oh, and it's a tackle on the edge of the square. Mark Loughran's there, has a look at it. And a penalty, gives a penalty earlier on, Finbar.
It looked like it from here, but we'll see it again.
We'll have another closer look at it here as we see the ball is won here. And Stewartstown did well to keep that ball in possession. Ball's threaded through there to Lowe. He makes his way in. And again, it's judged that Iver Fiha Hien was there, Owen Barkley was there, pulled him back. Finbar, you're calling that?
It's a penalty, I would call it. I think they made it easy for the ref. The referee's positional sense was very good, but Strabane were caught totally flat-footed for that ball across the goals.
Yeah, the ball came off the post and there was nobody there. As we see now, Stewartstown, can they make the most of this early opportunity to go 1-1 ahead, 2 minutes into the first half? The ball is struck and it's left into the bottom corner of the net. A brilliant goal and a brilliant start by Stewartstown. A well finished penalty, Finbar.
Well finished, and to say that the game's starting to shape up a wee bit there with Macaulay Quinn starting to pull strings out around the middle here. Strabane would need to get tight man-to-man mark on this player.
And it's a great finish. It's low, it's hard, it's into the corner. On a night like tonight, that's the key whenever you're striking balls like that, to put them along the surface.
It was decisive, no questions asked. It was a very confident kick.
Very confident kick. Agus Mudgy Gunka Mohan Shanahan and Lehoja Mock Galarna Parker. The big men go up to contest possession in the middle of the field. Mark McAdams is there to win the ball and plays it in. A bit of holding inside, but both men are guilty of that as the ball breaks out to Stewartstown again. Shea Burke is there. He's had a good impact on this game early on, and he plays ball through to Macaulay Quinn, another man who's seen a lot of possession, and he goes in the run to see if he can find anything. Left footed pass to the inside. There's lots of space inside in front of Dan Lowe, but the goalkeeper and Strabane goalkeeper Ram Gowns out quick to that and alert to that, and uses his cornerbacks well to maintain possession. But Strabane are going to have to be careful with the ball that they're playing out of here, Finbar, because again it's risky kind of possession.
Even there at the minute, it's caught them out for a goal. Basically, the penalty has come from a bad pass. They've got to get tighter on what they're doing.
They have. Danny McBride finds possession and finds men on to help him build the ball out to Mark Rorty again, a man who's seen a lot of possession, but Stewartstown have numbers back across their own 45, looking to push Strabane further back. Warren McGrath plays the ball lovely inside to Warner Mullen, the danger man, but it skips off the surface, and again Strabane are there to pick up the break and pick up possession. Mark Loughran adjusts. The ball has been played on the ground and again awards the free out to Stewartstown, and Stewartstown have settled the better here in the early stages of this game, Finbar.
Oh, totally. They're in command at the minute, so their passes is accurate. It's straight to the chest. They're hitting the runner. Strabane is jittery. I see a few of them with underground conditions. The boot and stud choice is wrong, I don't know, but there's a few of them slipping. They're preparing themselves for the ball rather than run into the ball.
And a lovely ball inside from Macaulay Quinn. He looks to put the man inside, and a brilliant mark is taken there by the inside full forward line. And again, lovely possession worked inside by Stewartstown, and they find the man inside. The big man, Cahill Devlin, he's there and put the hand up and the signal to Mark Loughran that he's taken his mark, and he strikes this one on the left foot and over the bar. And a brilliant score and a brilliant mark taken by him inside. A lovely ball played inside by Macaulay Quinn. But again, Stewartstown are flying at this stage.
It's dominant. It is a real marker for Strabane. Strabane have not gone for the sweeper, and the two balls directed into the danger man have stuck, and he's won 2 scores.
And we see ball and possession is won by Strabane in the middle of the field as they look to counter and break up the field if they can to get themselves on the score early on. And again, a mark is taken inside But Colin Crawford decides to play it short again to Owen McGrath. Owen McGrath on his left foot has a go on his left side, but it's dangerously in. It's around the edge of the square and it breaks out from the goalkeeper. Greg Kelly did well to break that one out, as we see Stewartstown are looking to break again and have done well to tidy that one up and well to come away with possession. They go through the hands to see if they can build underneath the commentary position here on the left hand side of the field. There's a mountain of space between the ball now and between the forward line as to where you would like the ball to go, but Stewartstown are happy to carry possession to see if they can work something inside. Kieran Rush, a nice bit of skill by him to find Macaulay Quinn and Jared O'Neill. Stewartstown are looking to build possession. Mark Rooney again turns and comes back inside to find his midfielder Stephen Talbot. Again, they're always looking up Stewartstown to see if the ball's on inside, and Dan Lowe shows himself and is available, but again the ball to hand isn't good, and again the first touch is letting both teams down at this stage. Finbar, and we talked about conditions, and both are guilty of sloppy passing, and that first touch was a killer at this stage.
Sloppy passing, and I think there's a wee bit of confidence just lacking on the Sigerson's side at the minute. They really need to put a few passes together and obviously get that opening score. A
lovely ball by Kieran Rush inside his full forward line, but unfortunately there Gareth Devlin isn't able to win that possession, and Strabane look to build out again. The veteran is in there again. Danny McBride looking to use all his experience to see if he can get Strabane on the go here, to see if they can get something. They need to get a score. It's 1-2 to 0. We approach 7 minutes into the first hand here, and Strabane are looking to see if they can build up the field. Again, pensive build up by them. They're put under good pressure by Stewartstown, who are getting a hand in every opportunity, but space opens up here underneath the commentary position. And again, Owen Barkley sees a man inside in front of him. This is Oisín Kelly. Oisín Kelly looks to go and see if he can take a man on. Plays a nice ball into his full forward line. But again, I would say a push in the back there, clear push in the back on the full forward, Colin Crawford, and a chance, Finbar, for Strabane to get their first score, which is going to be a tight enough angle.
Really needed this to hopefully bring it into the game. You know, we're talking about the Strabane team here. They're 1-2 down, not lacking in confidence or experience. You know, 10 of this panel has played junior football.
Yeah, Colin Crawford did well to show himself inside there, and it was a clear push on the back. You know, and every opportunity that you get to Owen McGrath here is going to be punished. But it's a difficult chance for him. You know, he's out and he's nearly out towards the sideline, and he's shooting on his left foot, and he goes, can he bring this one in? And he does brilliantly to bring that in, and that's a great score from Owen McGrath from a difficult tight angle, and one possibly, Finbar, to settle nerves and to get them on the go here.
It certainly will. It's a big score to take, awkward angle there, but he certainly delivered the goods, and that will settle him down.
Yeah, and a good kick out there by the Stewartstown goalkeeper Greg Kelly, but again Strabane there, Warner Mullen is there, and they're there to put under pressure Owen Barkley again to see if they can win the ball back. Warner Mullen again, the veteran, has one possession there for them. He's looking up to see if there's anything on inside, but he needs movement inside, and the only man showing for him at this stage is Owen McGrath is on it, and he tries to win possession back, but the ball is hoofed away and it's booted away by Stewartstown, and they're fortunate to get possession. But again, a strong run here by the Stewartstown men. The midfielder, big midfielder Shea Burke, goes through on his own and finishes that, and it's a mighty score over the bars. We hear the roar from the opposite side in the stand, and that's a fantastic score by the midfielder on the burst coming through. He's able to shake his man off and strikes this brilliantly from the edge of the D on his right foot over the bar, and giving the umpires the easy decision there to put it the white flag up, and another score for Stewartstown.
That was all too easy, Conal. All too easy there, so it is.
And we see ball broken in the middle of the field, Stewartstown, and again that man Shea Burke is there to win possession back. But here we go and see if Strabane can counter. They have won the break as they look to come forward with the ball and see if they can get their own scoring tally on the go here. Ball worked inside to Owen McGrath. Owen McGrath looks to go on his left foot, but he's pushed back again and has to come round towards the middle of the field again, recycle possession. But support is there for the Strabane men, as we see Mark McAdams, and he goes and he has a go on his right foot, and a brilliant score by McAdams on his right foot. A very important score whenever everything seemed to be closed down there for Owen McGrath. He came through, Finbar, and a great finish on his right foot.
And the goal option was on. Forward made a great inside run, wasn't picked out, but the score's a score. At this stage of the game, a point's a good score.
As we approach
10 minutes. The option was there.
Yeah, option was there 10 minutes into the first half. Hina 3 and Creve and Ajida and Strabane 1-3 to 0-2, 10 minutes into the first half. And again, we have a couple of injuries down here, as we can see across from that last passage of play. Shea Burke shipped a heavy tackle there at that stage, Finbar, and a man who'd been going well, one that they'll not want to see leaving the field at this stage.
Definitely not. He started the game very well, and something you don't want to change just coming into the game too quick when things have settled down into a rhythm. Strabane obviously have gone with the sweeper now, and Danny seems to be covering the big spaces in front of Devlin.
Yeah, as we can see there, ever Fiha Hawk, Cahill Devlin, again another veteran of many a year for Stewartstown, and he's down injured at this stage. But I suppose one of the things as well, Finbar, is that when you go 1-3 to 2 points up, you know, you can kill momentum in a team. Whenever Strabane had come in 2 points in it, you know, going down with an injury like that, it allows you to settle things again and get your structure back in place.
Yeah, especially having got the last score. Strabane have been glad of that break too. They're in the ascendancy. Would like to think, now this is a big kick out here, breaking ball is vital, and this could really a chance to turn the tide here. Won this ball here.
Yeah, and the ball's kicked out underneath the stand, and a very good kick out work there by Stewartstown. The men in possession there, as we see underneath the stand. Stewartstown come on the attack. The ball's worked across, and they're working into the middle of the field to see if they can work it through the hands again. Stewartstown look to build the ball out. Conor Quinn is coming forward with the ball, but good tackling and strong tackling there from the Strabane men to push them back. And Mark Loughlin judges that there's a pull there on this Stewartstown player. Again, the ball's taken quickly and the free's taken quickly. Sets Stewartstown on the attack again. And the ball's looked up to see if there's anything on inside. And lovely pensive play there by Macaulay Quinn, and he finds a lovely pass inside again on the right hand side. And Stewartstown finish this with a brilliant score over the bar from Mark Rooney. That's a fantastic score, and a brilliant ball inside by Macaulay Quinn there from bar.
Excellent. So it is. They've really put their pedigree on the game here, playing with confidence, enthusiasm all over the field, not afraid to take on the pass. An excellent pass in the build up to that score as well.
Yeah, great play there by Stewartstown. And any sloppy mistakes, any mistakes that Strabane make at this stage, it's been punished by Stewartstown.
It's loose, for the want of a word. Well, they haven't settled in, over prepared for it. Excitement of playing in Omagh here. So it is, there's a lot of things that can upset teams here. Coming to Omagh itself, so it is, but very loose in the market. A
big kick out in towards the middle of the field by Ramagan there, but it's broke again in the middle of the field, and the referee judges that there's some pushing going on, and the Stewartstown players remonstrate. They're not too happy with that decision what was made by the referee, and the ball's brought forward for a bit of descent there. And any opportunity like that, bringing it forward 10 yards, is gifting Finbar, Strabane, and dangerous forwards from the ground opportunities to punish it.
In the modern game, this is normally very punishable. So as these are coming into effect, their scores now in the modern game.
Yeah, and Owen McGrath is one who's deadly from place balls, deadly from anything. That's from the 45 range in. He's a man who's considerable success with Tyrone underage teams, and he stands over this, flicks the boot back and sees if he can connect this with his left foot, and he does it. A lovely connection, and the ball struck brilliantly from him, and it travels out to the right hand side and wide. Accuracy let him down there, Finbar.
Oh, it definitely has the range, so it is. So it's a warning shot for Stewartstown, and they've got away with one here.
Yeah, and again, quick kick out to the right hand side of the field here. Stewartstown are quick and adept to that. Kick out, Macaulay Quinn is there to pick up possession. And Stewartstown build from their own 45. Good strong tackling there from Oisín Kelly to put pressure on. Stephen Talbot wins possession in the middle of the field, and he has men on inside him. Cahill Devlin is in space, and he looks to go and shugs the tackle off, and Dan Lowe is there, looks to work the ball and inside, but again Strabane there are numbers 2s and 3s around the ball to cut it out. Stewartstown do well. Stephen Talbot does well to hold on to possession, and we can see his midfield partner trying to force his way through, Shea Burke, and he's adjudged to being pulled down by the referee, by Mark Loughlin. Good play by the two midfielders are connecting well, Finbar, to create this chance for Stewartstown.
But well done, the end result out of it, but the sheer space in the middle of the field, the unmarked passes. Esteban really need to, if they're going man to man, they need to stay man to man. Their positional play is not with Stewartstown at the minute.
And again, from the edge of the D, Stewartstown will take this opportunity and strike it over the bar, and the umpires go and raise the flag for again another score for Stewartstown. Hina Cahar, Najidá, 3-1 with Egg, Tivasti, Den Cade Lahanshaw, August Stewartstown, Tashid Igachilshaw. They're flying Finbar at this stage.
Two teams that finished so close together in the league with only a point separating them, and they do put it down to the home game in Mullamoyle to be the difference in the league game. But Strabane are way off the pace here in this game.
Mark McAdams in the middle of the field there picks up possession from a lovely kick out. Ball's played to the inside. Hayden McNamee, hand has got to it first, and he goes to try and collect possession again, and the referee says play on. And McNamee's on the ground there waving the hands, thinking
got away with one here.
There was a push in the back.
Definitely was a push.
Definitely a push, but the referee says play on. He judges that it's the conditions that made that slip there, as we see Stewartstown, and they have possession underneath the stand here, and they're coming up here with Gerard O'Neill. Gerard O'Neill carries 30 yards with the ball. Magnificent running by him. Can he find a pass at the end of it to finish off this move? And again on the left foot, again a brilliant score coming in on the Oats, drop short. It's into the goalie's hands, almost over the bar there from Gareth Devlin. Again, I thought that was over the bar, and a great move, but strong running there from Gerard O'Neill, as we see Strabane looking to come on the counter again. They need to be quicker with this ball as it comes out, and to move it much quicker if they can. Again, Owen Barkley is there, looks to see if there's position and men on in the inside. The ball is kicked in and kicked away by Warner Mullen, but it breaks kindly to McNamee. McNamee, one-on-one opportunity. Can he finish? And his touch lets him down at the last minute. Finbar, a crucial mistake there by McNamee, and losing possession there when he was coming in one-on-one with the goalie. He's not happy.
Certainly one of those. No, there's no foul. It's play on. It's certainly one of those you will look at the end of the night, and you'll point to this if this is the difference in the teams. It's just an unfortunate loss of control of the ball at the vital moment.
Yeah, Kyron Robinson did well there to come in and put him under pressure and to force possession away from him. But again, slipping conditions, you want your forwards to take their opportunities early on if they can and to maintain possession. As we see Stewartstown coming out with the ball here, Conor Quinn is in possession. Again, Stewartstown working the ball out through the hands if they can, to support on when it's there in the form of Cahill Devlin. He's happy again to use his own skills and keep possession, again to work the ball up the field when they can. There's nothing on inside and they're looking for the inside pass. Now Dan Lowe has showed, but he's had to come back again towards the middle of the field as Kieran Rush looks to play ball in towards the middle of the field. It's Stewartstown keeping possession and doing well here. Darren Devlin on the ball, happy to go back as Strabane now have 13 men in behind the ball, and Stewartstown are going to have to see if they can force a hole here and an opening here in the Strabane rear guard. Again, the Devlins combine well here with the ball in the middle of the field and looking to see if there's anything on inside. Good Strabane defence at this stage, and Stewartstown have made 4 or 5 yards, but again a good tackle coming in by Strabane to win possession back, and Mark Loughlin judges that Strabane have been fouled and awards possession to them. Good, I suppose, defensive play there. They've numbers back now, Strabane, in that and putting tackles in across the middle, Finbar.
I think they could be making this easier for themselves. They've lost every kick out from the Stewartstown end. They'll be better starting their front line or the defensive line in around the middle of the field, drop 3 forwards farther out, because Stewartstown goalkeeper's getting his kick outs away.
Rory White in possession. He looks to see if there's anything on in front, but he has to carry as 2 Stewartstown defenders come across and cut that avenue off for him. Ethan Corey now on the ball, comes across the middle of the field, and Strabane are looking to see if there's anything on inside, but are happy to go back to Danny McBride. McBride is looking into the full forward position to see if there's a long hopeful ball on, but there's not, and again looks to his fellow veteran Warner Mullen. Mullen again plays the ball out to Rory White. Rory White, who started this move, goes on a solo run to see if there's room in the inside for him. Owen McGrath picks up possession again, and he jinks inside on his left foot. He's a man inside if he can slip it, but he decides to go on the left foot and go on his own. The ball drops in towards the edge of the square and tips out to the left hand side wide. I thought Finbar had a man on the inside that he should have given it there.
He took the shot, which probably misread the forwards, but the forwards have got to be ready. No good ball, a bad ball. You've got to be ready for any ball that comes in that area.
And again, this quick kick out from Stewartstown, they've men free all the time and making themselves available.
Strabane can make a better defensive line in the middle of the field. If they're going to concede the ball that easily from marking the men in the inside line, they're better giving up that ground and start with a more defensive wall in the middle of the field.
Yeah, strong play in the middle of the field there from Stewartstown, from Stephen Talbot, as he looks to bury his way through the middle of the field, and again plays good early ball in towards Lowe, who feeds the ball off, coming through strongly through our Stewartstown, and again a shot from Stewartstown and out to the left hand side and well, but Stewartstown have a zip about them, Finbar. They have a bit of interplay about them
in front
and a bit of energy about them.
They're showing in front, They're keen to win the ball, they're setting down a marker. They really have put it up to Strabane that they want to win. They're here to do business tonight. Strabane have to match this. This is the intensity of championship football if you want to win championships.
But they're not showing that intensity out here.
I'm surprised now, because they've had a fantastic year, and the atmosphere in around the town this weather too is great, because the GA is going well, Strabane's buzzing.
Strabane's buzzing, but they're not buzzing on the field at this stage. We see a great kicker. It skips lovely into the hands of Rory Gormley as he goes on a solo effort. Can he beat the defender and take on Kieran Rush? He does that, and he does well, and he gets past him, and the referee Mark Loughlin says that he was fouled in the process, that Kieran Rush pulled him back by the hand. But again, good decisive play by Gormley. Bang, one kick out into the hands, and he was away from her.
It was, and you take the goal that was missed there, we'll put it down as a miss earlier. So there'd been nothing between these two sides, even though Stewartstown is on their game. Strabane have spluttered, but I'd say if they get into a wee bit of rhythm, it's not beyond them yet.
Yes, and the danger man, Warner Mullen, he stands over it with his right foot and he connects well with it. The umpires look and raise the white flag to say a score for Strabane, a score that was badly needed. Their third point of the game. Warner Mullen, 20 minutes into the first half with 3 points on the board for Strabane, as we see the kick out underneath the commentary position, and again hands to it, but it skips out. Conditions a big part here in handling here, Finbar, for both teams.
It is, but it's good to see young Mark getting his hands on that to break up the momentum of that kick out, but once again they've got away with another soft sideline ball.
Kyron Robinson plays the ball into Dan Lowe. Dan Lowe, the danger man, is always looking to see if there's a ball in the inside. He tries to thread that pass through the eye of a needle, but again it's cut out. Mark Roarty plays the ball to Warner Mullen, who seems to have the bit about him at this stage. A lovely ball played outside of the foot, inside to the Strabane full forward line to Hayden McNamee, and he's able to go on his own, and Mark Loughlin judges that well, what way is he going to give the decision here? He says, I think that there was a pull in McNamee. I don't think McNamee wanted that decision. He wanted to play on Finbar at that stage.
He definitely did, but once again, there's young Rory Gormley has really come into the game, won his dirty ball, and has kicked one over the bar now after the follow.
Yeah, and we see the umpires on a brilliant score there from Gormley, who came through the middle of the field, collected that pass from Warner Mull and struck it over the bar. Strong running by him through the middle of the field. He's coming into it.
Rory has come into it, he won his dirty ball there, set up the opportunity for Strabane to win the free, and was there at the end of it to kick the ball over the bar. Excellent work by Rory.
Yeah, and despite all that dominance, Stewartstown and Heenacoig 1-5, 20 minutes into the first half, and Strabane have clawed their way back into it, and they're 4 points at this stage, and they'll be happy that they're finding their way slowly but surely into this game, and their big men are starting to step up with it. And again, another kick out has been won by Stewartstown as they look to come forward again with possession. Something that's going to have to be talked about, I'm sure, at half time as to what Strabane do on that kick out. Do they press up or do they sit back? As we see Evershane Mark Rooney comes forward with the ball, he bounces it, he manages to get it back into his hand despite the slippery conditions. As Evercarjag, Shea O'Neill turns on his left foot and fires the left-footed shot out to the left-hand side and wide. He had plenty of room inside him. I think Finbar probably should have took that one more on himself and gone at goals.
Totally, I suppose, left footer too. But the second successive white here for Stewartstown, this will grow in confidence with Strabane here too, so it will.
Yeah, and again, what's been noticeable is Strabane and their long kick out 40 yards in towards the middle of the field and finding their midfielders in pockets of space. As we see the ball's kicked out 40 yards, 45 yards, and brilliantly won by McNamee. A great kick out again by Ramagan in the Strabane goal, but that's a bit of a hospital pass that's kicked out here to Owen Bartley, who does well. Ethan Coy to win possession back. He feeds the ball back inside again to Warner Mullen. Warner Mullen again, lovely pass on the outside of the foot by him. A man who can spray balls all around the field if he's given time and space to do so. Strabane are growing in confidence in this game. They're willing to take their men on, as we see here. They go on the attack, they try and find possession on the way forward. Oisin Kelly finds the inside Owen McGrath. Owen McGrath has a shot on his left foot, and again it's a brilliant score by Owen McGrath on his left foot. And we said at Finbar, they're growing in confidence, they're finding the right men, and they're happy to take chances like that, which is fantastic score by Owen McGrath there.
They have the players who have, if they can raise the game another decimal or two, they're definitely on a par with Stewartstown. But once again, the quick kick out is destroying them here.
Quick kick out, Stephen Talbot is in position. He's in a pocket of space on his own, and possession gifted back. It's always the conundrum. What do you do, Finbar? Are you a man that likes the team to press up on the kick out and to make it go 50-50, or do you allow to have possession and
you're
drop
going
back?
to give it away as it has been here tonight in the Stewartstown kick out? I would withdraw my players to the 65 itself and make a wall there and build two lanes.
And make it even more difficult for them.
Make it even more difficult
than what they're doing now. Well, as Finbar said, Stewartstown are trying to find their way through that wall. Kieran Robinson in possession now, and he tries to take on Warner Mullen. He goes on the inside, tries to commit Warner Mullen. He still has possession. He slips inside Dan Lowe. Dan Lowe goes, finishes. Brilliant finish on the right foot to the left hand corner of the net by Dan Lowe. Incisive run by him. A great run from Kieran Robinson to find him in possession, and an absolutely clinical finish into the left hand side as we see it again. Brilliant, strong running by Kieran Robinson. Finds the ball on the inside to Dan Lowe. Dan Lowe with an absolutely brilliant finish, low and hard into the corner of the net, and the goalkeeper had no chance, Finbar.
Killer scores. So this is, once again, the Strabane defensive side. They had the numbers but seemed to switch off, and Stewartstown were prepared for the break.
Yes, and again, Stewartstown come with the ball and win possession in the middle of the field. Devlin's on the ball, plays a lovely ball forward again to Cathal Devlin, who has space on, decides to go on his right foot, flicks possession out to his midfield partner, and ball is fired on the left hand, on the left foot and over the bar, and a fantastic score there by the Stewartstown midfielder, by Shea Burke. A brilliant score by him after some intricate and brilliant interplay in the middle of the field, and lovely hands, and he finishes that, slots that one over on his left foot, and some great scores with the left foot here, Finbar, so far in this game. But a deadly score to get the point after a goal is a killer.
Obviously the confidence is up, and no better time to score the point is immediately after you score a goal. But Stewartstown are back on it again, so they're in front of the men again. They're passing the open jerseys. Strabane need to pick it up again. Yeah,
as we see Macaulay Quinn in possession here and finds again the goal scorer low. Confidence is up and decides to go this one, but it drops in round the edge of the square. The goalkeeper's out, and it breaks, and it goes out to the right hand side and out for 45. And I don't know what was happening there, Finbar, between the goalkeeper and the full back line. Miscommunication,
yes,
I would say.
I suppose Ryan has kind of arrived before the ball landed and such, and then you obviously lost your position. Balance comes into it, and any interference at all will knock you back.
I think, Finbar, had you been coming out at that stage, it would be man, ball, everything, and ball would have ended up in the far middle of the field, and people scattered all over the place.
I only wash at times. I did that. I only wash.
I remember I have the scars to prove it from vacation, so do I. But having said that, miscommunication, and I suppose it's one that you're looking for, is your goalkeeper to talk to his full back line and to keep them, I suppose, organised as to what's
confidence,
happening.
the confidence stems from the goalkeeper out. And they say with the goalkeeping role becoming even more important in the modern game, the confidence grows from there.
Yeah, and it's a big chance here for Gareth Devlin. He's 45 yards out, but he is relatively straight in front of the goals, and a man who will fancy his chances from this position, but he doesn't. He goes short with it and he flicks it inside to Stewartstown, and they try to work something in closer to goals. Devlin gets it back again and sees, will he go again? No, he turns and he fires the pass over the top, and it's a lovely pass to set Stewartstown, and again on the left foot, and it's a brilliant score over the bar by Stewartstown, and Devlin made the right decision there.
He did.
Finbar,
He
at the end of the day.
options, but once again, the pass was made easy. Stewartstown are out in front, and they're kicking to a white and red jersey. It's too easy at the minute.
It's brilliant play by them at stages, that they're happy to do that, and they're running for each other, and they're running into pockets of space, as we see the kick out again, a good kick out again out towards the middle of the field, and a battle for possession in towards the middle of the field, and Cathal Devlin's there to win possession back on the ground, despite the attentions of Owen McGrath, and Mark Loughran's not happy with the way that he has gone in and the way he's tackled for that ball, and I think we're going to see our first booking and our first talking to of the game. Owen is pleading his innocence with the referee.
Disappointed. He asked the question, obviously, and the referee has opted for the yellow. Now, if you're going to ask them questions, the referee has the decision to make. Yeah,
again, we see Stewartstown with possession. They're happy to go short with it and see if they can find the correct option at all stages to play the ball low into the corner forward, as we see Shea O'Neill in possession. He decides to go towards goal. Dan Lowe's inside, but again, and a right hand shot and a brilliant goal by Stewartstown into the corner. Their third goal of this first half, and it was a brilliant finish into the corner of the net, and I think it was Macaulay Quinn who got in the end of it, but absolutely brilliant passing. As we see Everett Carjig, Shea O'Neill made his way head up, and he saw Quinn coming on his left foot again, and a brilliant finish into the right hand corner by him. A brilliant goal, Finbar.
Excellent goal, excellent movement, but once again the Strabane defence is static. They're marking space, they're not marking the runner, and being picked off here.
Could be a killer blow. 3-7 to 0-5 at this stage, 26 minutes into the first half, and Stewartstown have possession back again, as we see a battle for possession out towards the middle of the field. Owen McGrath was there, but Stewartstown again come forward. Strong running by the Stewartstown men in through the middle of the field. Mark Rooney ships a tackle but finds men in possession. Strong running by the Harps men, and possession is lost by them. Strong tackling by Strabane as Ethan Corey turns and tries to get Strabane on the go again. Big Rory Gormley finds Warner Mullen, who looks to the inside pass in towards the full forward Colin Crawford, and he puts a hand up the signal for the mark and looks to see, and he sees the goalkeeper off his line, but he plays the ball out to the right hand side, and Danny McBride looks to go, shimmies and goes in his left foot, and a great score on the left foot from Danny McBride. Yeah, and good play from Strabane, Finbar to come back and to go at it again.
Well, both teams have scored some 30 plus goals in their league campaign, so we'll not rule out a few more goals yet.
And we'll not rule them out, is right, as we see Danny McBride finish that shot again on the left foot and over the bar, and the ball's kicked out again. It's contested this time in the middle of the field by Ivor Hawk, Mark McAdams, and the Stewartstown men, and ball is won. The sideline possession is awarded to Stewartstown, and they look to play the ball forward again. Devlin wins the ball, but he's tackled round the waist there, I would say, and Mark Loughran gives the free to Stewartstown. Stewartstown again with possession. They're happy to play the ball short to each other, but it's Strabane who win the ball back as they look to counter, come up the field, and lots of space inside in front of Colin Crawford, and he finds his left-footed shot drop short into the goalie's hands, and a killer. Finbar, whenever your ball is dropping short into the goalie's hands, it's a killer.
It takes a suck of energy out of the body for everybody, so it was an opportunity to put another one on the board.
And Stewartstown again are very confident in possession. They're very happy to put the ball between each other. They're running into space for each other and showing, as we see the goalkeeper cool and calm there, Greg Kelly, and he's able to take a solo out of it and find men who are looking there to take the ball off him, as we see them trying to work the ball out. Mark Rooney is there to try and find another Harps man, as we see being closed down by Warner Mullen. Again, lovely passing by Stewartstown men, and again Mark Loughran has the hand up to award the advantage there. He sees a pull there, as we see again Stewartstown looking to come forward. The goalkeeper Greg Kelly is happy to come out, and again he's noted for that. He's a man who likes to come out into space on his own, and again Stewartstown are happy to work the ball.
Playing the game totally in Stewartstown's terms at the minute.
Totally in Stewartstown's terms. 3-7 to 0-6, 29 minutes into the first half, and what is a massive weekend of GA action here on Tyrone GA Live, as we see lots and lots of games taking place. 8 games, I think, in total over the course of the weekend, and action continues at 8:15 later tonight here in Oman with Connollys against Galway. Paddy Hunter and Liam Grugan will be on commentary duty for that game, and then Saturday at 1 o'clock in Edendork we see Clonlow take on Donegalmore. Paddy Hunter is on duty again with Kyle Coney as we see Strabane coming forward and trying to break through the middle of the field. Mark Loughearn says that a foul was committed there and awards a free in for the Strabane men to allow them another opportunity to claw their way further back into this game. And just on that commentary duty that we're talking about over the course of the weekend, at 3:45, a big game in Pomeroy and Carrigore and Yedin Lochmacrory. Gerard Tracy and Paddy Talley, the Kerry coach, will be here to talk you through that one. As we see Oren McGrath, he stands over it again to see if he can get another score back for Strabane here. Their 7th point of the game. He strikes this on his left foot, and again it's over the bar by McGrath. A crucial score for him, 3-7 to 0-7 at this stage for Strabane. And again, another crucial score, Finbar from Strabane. They're reliant on 2 or 3 key players there to get these scores for them. Owen McGrath being one of them, Warner Mullen being another one. They need other players to chip in with scores.
Everyone's got to step up to the mark now. Now the question has to be asked, they're getting out half time. They have severe questions to ask themselves. What do they want out of this year? Do they want the year to fizzle out, rely on someone else, or do you grab it by the scruff of the neck? This is still capable in the conditions. It's slippy, it's greasy, but they've got to get keen. They've got to be first to the ball.
Darren Devlin does very well there to win possession, to take it on and to beat Danny McBride on his own, and he works the ball to Gerard O'Neill. Gerard O'Neill finds men coming through in space. Lovely running by the Stewartstown men. Dan Lowe is keen and eager to show himself in front on all occasions, and he does that one well, and he wins himself the free in there and awards again another opportunity to Gareth Devlin to see if he can get another score. And he's pleading with the sideline officials to say, you know, where do they want me to hit this one from? If you're a Strabane player, you don't know where. Is he going to play short? Which he does. He plays it short into space, and again Dan Lowe's there to win possession back, and he's closed down by the Strabane men, but Stewartstown win it back. Sloppy possession there by Strabane. Devlin is there and plays a lovely ball inside, and these runners on if they can be found on the inside, but again they decide to go on their own and finish again. A left footed shot and over the bar, and another brilliant score by Strabane as we see that again, that action replay, and again space, men and runners coming off the shoulder on all occasions.
Totally, all over the field. Stewartstown are racing to win the ball, Strabane are racing to mark the man. That has got to change if they were going to get back into this game.
The quick free is crucial, but they're always happy to hit the quick free and to play the ball and to get going forward.
And the anticipation of the runner coming from deep two is catching Strabane out. Why is that marker? Because they're going 15 again 15, so they have here. Why is that marker not anticipating that run, staying with them, obstructing the ball, making the pass difficult? It just seems too easy at the minute for the championship semi-final.
What do you say at half time? What's the instructions to Strabane? Do you want them to step up on the kick out and to go man to man and to push up on it, or to drop further back?
It's ownership. Obviously the kick out is a big talking point here. They're giving Stewartstown possession, and when they won possession easily and freely, they're already past 3 or 4 blue jerseys. So there's no, they're at that side of the field with the past the line that could have been set up of markers to make it more difficult, and that's creating runners, and the anticipation that's coming from behind them. The guys that are not involved, that have been kicked out of the game by the kick out, are coming back into the play in the middle of the field. Number 4, for an example, Conor Quinn has got involved in a lot of play, and the ball's been kicked out over his head. He's been marked in his position, but he's racing out and won the ball through the middle of the field. He's prepared to chase after that kick out.
Yeah, but I'm struck by how sharp Stewartstown are, you know, and their ability to play that 20-yard pass, and runners always coming off the shoulder and showing themselves there and able to hold on to that possession. Yeah,
they're actually showing the potential they had last year. They'll be disappointed that they're actually in junior. That wee bit of intermediate football sticking to them. But Strabane have that as well, and as I touched on earlier, 10 players in the Strabane team have played Division 1 football. So there can't be any lack of confidence or ability in this team. The ability's there, but is the belief there?
Well, those are the questions that will be asked at half time in the changing rooms by the Strabane management team, by Dermot Corey and Mickey Ray. Stewartstown, on the other hand, they go in happy and confident. They're 3-8 to 0-7 to the good, as we look forward to a massive weekend of championship football here on Tyrone GAA Live. Big games all over the place, semi-final action and quarter-final action. And again, just to recap, later on tonight, Connollys, they take on Galway here in Omaha. Paddy Hunter is joined by Liam Grugan here. And on Saturday from 1 o'clock in Edendork, Clonlow take on Donegalmore. Paddy Hunter's on duty again with Kyle Coney. Following that, at 3:45 in Pomeroy, it's in Carrigore and Yedin Lochmacrory. Gerard Tracy and Paddy Talley take over the reins there for that massive derby match between two local rivals. I think Lochmacrory have never beaten Carrickmore in senior football, I think, by all the talk that's around the county at the minute, so that's a massive game. Another game to look forward to is at 7 o'clock in Stewartstown. Ahalou take on Derry Tresk, and Ariel O'Cally will be joined by Conley to draw and to talk on that one. Sunday sees again some great games. 1 o'clock in Lochmacrory, Roma and Dromore, another massive tasty game there to look forward to. A big game is at 3:45. At 3:45, Erling Carrick, Ergal Kieran and Dungannon, a massive game taking place there. Paddy Hunter and Joe McMahon will be on commentary duty at 3:45. And lastly, to top off, on top of the bill over the course of the weekend, English and Eden Dork in the Intermediate Championship semi-final in Owenrua, Dungannon, Igashakta Club. A massive game for me, Finbar, looking at that one. That's at top of the weekend, so it is.
It's great to have your own club still in Championship football this time of the year. It's excellent.
Excellent. All to look forward to on Tyrone GA Live. Biggie Lynn, Sharon Jerry Shackner, Fa, Tugi Virginia Susanish, Iglaham, Gogs, Fight Cup and Tay, August Bay Madras, Igun Cool Gomachi. agus bhar céad míle fáilte roimh hiag Tyrone GA live agus muid an seo an ómid fáhanne an cluthe lecheanna seo idir an Críomh agus an Strabane agus an Críomh inis Connollys a 3 hocht go dtí náid a seacht. As we see the teams come out for the second half here of the Tyrone Junior semi-final championship clash between Stewartstown and between Strabane. 3-8 to Stewartstown, 0-7 to Strabane, and Strabane out early onto the field, keen to get themselves going and keen to get themselves back into this game, as we see Stewartstown second and coming out onto the field. They've been more composed in possession, what they're doing with the ball, and again a happier dressing room, I would say, in there at half time. This incidentally is game number 34 of championship coverage here by Tyrone GA live. A massive undertaking by the GA here in Tyrone to broadcast every game in every single championship, junior, intermediate and senior. 48 games in total will be covered over the course of the championship, and great positivity from Gaels all over the world as they tune in to our games here. As we look at the referee Mark Lawhern, he's looking to his officials to see if they're all in position and if we can get underway in this second half. Incidentally, again, 27 people tuned in from Doha last week to watch one of our championship games. So Kabeachet had to earn Doha or not, wherever you are in the world tonight, looking in at this junior championship semi-final clash. Very welcome here to tonight's proceedings incidentally as well. Again, following this game, the intermediate semi-final clash between Connollys and Galway, due to draw a big crowd here into Oma St Enda's, as Galway will travel in numbers and their near neighbours Connollys as well, in the hope of a final place. And the ball's through in here and we get underway, and again Cathal Devlin uses all his experience and strength to win that possession there for Stewartstown to set Macaulay Quinn again on the front foot. As we see ball played inside, Gareth Devlin has made his way into the full forward position, but it's again a rewriting of the script from the first half, as we see Stewartstown are happy and composed in possession, and again good at passing the ball and interplay between each other as the ball is played into the corner forward as he fights for possession out here again along the sideline. Good strong play there from Shea O'Neill to find the runner in support. Shea Burke coming bursting through as he makes his way to the edge of the square, and again goes in his left foot and tries to ship the goalie on the ball. Oh, it goes over the bar at the end. I thought Finbar for a minute were a repeat of the first half and a goal early on in the first couple of minutes of this game.
Yeah, tremendous build up, and once again setting the tone out in front of the marker, and the player had the option and he asked the question. I think he went for his goal.
Yeah, but good kick out again by Strabane to find Rory Gormley out in space again underneath the stand, and he looks up a long ball by him in towards Warner Mullen. Warner Mullen fighting for it, and does well to win possession, and again strongly contested again by Tiernan Rush, who goes in for the ball. Warner Mullen pleading with the referee to get something out of that, but Mark Lawhern says play on, this is championship football after all, you can expect them knocks and you need to go on. As Stewartstown are, ball's played inside space in the Stewartstown full forward line as they recycle the ball to Dan Lowe. Dan goes on left hand side, finds a man in possession. Oh, the ball just slips away and bounces away at the end. Whenever Stewartstown, they were in there, Finbar had that ball gone to hand.
Totally. I say that the numbers, they're on the go from the off here too, and the craft there to win that 45 here was immense too as well. They're totally switched on it all over the field. So it was the guy waited on the guy to run the ball out, he flicked it back on him, took the option.
But they've danger men all over, you know. You've Tiernan Rush there, you've Shea Burke from the middle of the field, Macaulay Quinn, who's shown well, Dan Lowe in the inside forward line, and the Devlins who are running proceedings for them as well at the minute.
Yeah, we're waiting on the response from Stewartstown. It doesn't look like coming in the first third of this half, so it is, but they're running out of thirds.
Yeah, and again Gareth Devlin again stands over this 45. He's gone short on every previous occasion, but again he looks up to see what's on, and a lovely floated pass inside by him again. But again Hanlon lets Stewartstown down. Dan Lowe is there to win possession back again and finds support there in the form of Kyron Robinson, who works possession round to Stephen Talbot, and lovely measured ball inside by Robinson to find Shea Burke again in possession, and Stewartstown happy to work the ball between each other again. Jared O'Neill decides to take his man on, takes on Ethan Corey and beats him, and is dragged back in possession and in the process there, and Mark Lawhern gives him the free in. But again decisive by again number 10 Jared O'Neill there. Finbar wanted to take it on, was hungry for it, willing to take his man on and to go one-on-one and force him into that free.
Yeah, from 1 to 15 it's happening all over the field. They're picking a space, they're driving for it. Stewartstown just doesn't seem to have jumped in the wagon since the game started.
Another thing is they're not switched on to this quick free.
No,
I noticed there Gareth Devlin willing to put it short, but Strabane sleeping.
And even the most noticeable thing too is that Stewartstown are happy to run out behind the marker. They're not prepared to run in front, anticipate, take a yard in front of the player, make it awkward, make him drive it left or right. But excellent score.
Oh, brilliant score by Gareth Devlin. He had the short option at one stage. He decided not to go for it. He backed himself and he swung that brilliantly over the bar. As we can see, a man of his stature, of his calibre, that's great kicking from him. He floats it over with a pitcher's weight there and puts it over the bar for another score for him, and a great score from Strabane, or for Stewartstown. We see Strabane coming strongly forward again. See if they can look to find anything, and a long hopeful ball into the inside full forward line. It's fought for in there and it breaks to Danny McBride, who's coming through at pace to see if he can win anything. Has to go back on it and swings on his right foot, and a great score from McBride. He did all the dirty work himself. He won the ball in the inside, he turned back and he fired a great shot over, and an inspirational and a great score from
Good
McBride.
score from Danny to get the thing going again in the second half here, so it was. But Stewartstown back in numbers, they definitely weren't going to let anyone in for a goal there.
They weren't letting anyone in for goal, as Niall Grimley is the sub. Now McGinley is the sub that comes in for Oran Sweeney there on the Strabane team. Substitution made, and they'll be ringing the changes, I would say, to try and get some kind of inspiration and momentum going forward, and they'll be looking to men like Danny McBride to see if he can create a spark and something to drag them back into this game. As it's 3-10 to 0-8, 7 minutes into the second half. Stewartstown are going brilliantly. They'll be looking forward to hopefully a place in the championship final, as we see the goalie who likes to come forward with the ball, Greg Kelly. He finds Jared O'Neill out and gives away possession, and he's out. The goalkeeper's out of his goals at this stage. Mark Roarty, if Strabane can work something, there's somebody there's nobody in the goals, and Warner Mound looks up, but again Stewartstown are back in numbers. Owen McGrath goes with it on his right foot, but it comes off the post again and comes out along the sideline and works its way out for a wide. And Greg Kelly, heart in your mouth, Finbar, whenever you're a goalie and whenever you lose possession like that and he's not at home.
Yeah, he was looking at a man behind him before it come to the worst that may have prevented a goal there, but that's always the fallback clause. If you're going to come that far out, there is a catch in it if you don't retain possession.
Yeah, and he's known for this, Greg Kelly. He's known for coming out and playing nearly as an extra player. I think he's not a traditional goalkeeper in every sense of the word. He's more an field player who's...
It's okay if it's constructive and it's part of your game plan, but if it's just wandering out for the sake of here, I'm going to run out to the 45 and I'm going to get involved with a crowd of players, that's not part of your training. Don't be doing it. It's got to be constructive.
Greg Kelly, and the kick out in towards the middle of the field. It's contested by both teams, but again Macaulay Quinn is there to win possession for Stewartstown. He looks to come forward with the ball, and it's adjudged to have been fouled, and correctly so, by the referee Mark Loughrne, as he was coming forward with possession. And again it's the Strabane man who's down injured, as we see changes afoot here for Strabane as they look to introduce subs into the field of play and try and force this game and to try and get their way back into the game as much as possible. It's 3-10 to 0-8 here for Stewartstown. They're in total dominance here, in total control here, as we see Ivor Cahar, Oisin Kelly making his way off the field. Look, as Ivor Ficha Cahar, I think it is coming on to the field of play. Tom McDermott will confirm that in a minute for Strabane, as Stewartstown come on the attack again as the ball's played forward into Shea Burke. He finds the ball into the full forward line again, and it's a free and a mark correctly and one well there by Dan Lowe. Aware to that and aware to put the hand up and to take the mark and give himself the opportunity to have another goal and to get another point on his tally for today. And he strikes it well on his right foot, and he strikes it right and he strikes it over the bar. The umpires look at each other, they judge that it's time to raise the white flag, and Dan Lowe is adding to his tally as he goes along. The goal scorer from earlier in the game, a lovely striking action from him, and he finishes that rightly over the black spot. Again, a great score from Stewartstown, and Finbar very hard to see a way back for Strabane at this stage.
It's difficult, and they're making it difficult for themselves. They haven't tried to change the play in front motto, so it is discipline now may be a big factor in it too. I'm sure they're disappointed. They've put a lot of work in over the year, and it just seems to be fizzling out on them.
Yeah, and a yellow card awarded there for the foul earlier on Dan Lowe. Mark Loughrne is quick to come in there and brandish that yellow card to Owen Barkley. The change, incidentally, earlier that was made was Ivor Ficha Gary Quigg, who came in to replace Oran Swinney in the Strabane defence. They're trying to tighten things up at every opportunity if they can, as we see another change being made in the Strabane attack, because Ivor Quigg, Caden McNamee is making his way off the field, and Strabane have another substitute coming in. We'll just confirm numbers as we go along, but again they're trying anything to spark their way back into this game. They need it at this stage if they're to get any kind of battle back into themselves. Mark McAdams wins a good kick out and wins possession in the middle of the field for Strabane as they look to try and win that dirty ball, dig it out if they can. Colin Crawford is there to win the ball for them on the ground. He puts the ball in on his left foot in towards Donny McBride or Warner Mullen, who's in round the edge of the square, and the referee calls play back. He wasn't happy with the Stewartstown men. They hadn't retreated enough in front of the kick before it was taken, and he gives an opportunity
option
here,
for him.
yeah, to Owen McGrath, who might drop this in around the edge of the square, Finbar, or might try and strike it over himself.
He's got to keep the scoreboard moving at this stage at the minute.
As we see Owen McGrath strikes it, it drops low in round the edge of the square. The big men are up, Warner Mullins up, gets a fist to it. But again, Stewartstown are there first. They're hungry for it, but the ball has gone out for a 45 in that contest, in that high ball that was dropped in by Owen McGrath to give him another chance, another opportunity from relatively the same position, more or less, just to the right hand side of the goals. And Strabane have big men in there. I don't know, Finbar, if he intentionally dropped it short in around the edge of the square, hoping that it would break and hoping if somebody would get a fist to it, but it's a goal they need at this stage.
It is a goal they need, so it wasn't a sign that there may be the breakdown in their game plan now, that they're starting to go for the longer option, which certainly was not a factor of the game plan in the first half.
As we see McGrath again, he steps up to the, strikes it with his left foot and strikes it to the right hand side and strikes it wide. He'll be disappointed with that. He looks down at the ground and curses the ground on which he struck the ball from. He's not happy with that, and not happy that he's put 2 or 3 wide from 45s, and a man who we're used to seeing putting the ball over the bar from those opportunities. It's just, and again, a lovely kick out from Greg Kelly to find men and runners in space, in pockets. A Stewartstown lovely passing between them, an interplay, and men running off the shoulder as they come through in waves. 3-4 men come and run forward for them. Dan Lowe's there to get on the end of that passage of play. He does well to keep possession despite the close attentions of the Strabane of Owen McGrath. But again, the ball breaks. It's just trying to a lovely pass that's played in there towards the edges. We're 1-on-1 and the inside. It's just trying to get their hands to it. But it's Strabane who do well to come out with the ball. Close tackling in there by the Stewartstown full forward as well, by Shea O'Neill there to try and win possession back. But Strabane do well and win the ball back. Owen McGrath plays the ball in towards Warner Mullins. Warner Mullins flicks it on, but it's just down here there quick again. And Finbar, one thing
They're reading everything up. It's just they're
win that ball yourself.
Yes,
win that ball.
totally.
Yeah.
Set down markers. See, young Rory White won his ball at defence there, but unfortunately didn't follow through out the field.
And again, Stewartstown growing in confidence as we go through the second half, and they're working the ball in around the middle of the field. They have runners on whenever they go past the 45, as we see every Gerard O'Neill carrying possession, goes in his own. Dan Lowe's over if he can find him with the pass. He does. Dan Lowe goes on the right foot. He has to beat the fullback, has to beat Kyle Morrison if he wants to take it on. Takes him on and decides to go along and forces his way through. And Mark Loughearn says he's been pulled down and awards the free in. The Strabane players not happy with that decision, but Dan Lowe, and that's what you want, Finbar, again from your forwards, is committing defenders and making them make those harsh decisions and rash decisions and creating fouls if possible.
It is, and he's really setting down a marker, young Lowe. It's an excellent performance here. He's growing in confidence, so it is. And Stewartstown seem to have the forwards inside where if one goes off the boil, another one comes alive. So it is. The ball on the other hand, it's just not working for them. The ball inside is not sticking, so it is, and they're obviously not getting the opportunities.
And as we look out at that, we'll just check on that, but I think it was a yellow card or a black card that was awarded to the fullback, to Kyle Morrison, as he makes his way off the field, and Dan Lowe stands over this one. Dan Lowe strikes the ball on his right foot, takes the free, takes the opportunity and takes the point for Stewartstown. Again, another great opportunity and another great score from Lowe, and we'll just have a look at that again to see what the referee, what Mark Loughearn awarded in that decision. Was it a black or was it a red card? We're just not sure, but we'll come back to you on that. It was a black card because Jai Momentje, Estahansen, Vincha and Shin, Don Kulbeyer, Liam Morrison, Cartadu, a black card there, and he's going to be off for 10 minutes. That's going to make Finbar, their Strabane's chance of getting back into this game near impossible.
It's made a bad situation worse, there's no doubt in that there. They just have not competed with Stewartstown. Stewartstown have won all the battles right from 1 to 15, all over the field.
As we see again, Stewartstown looking to come forward. Their passing has been great, their interplay has been great, lets them down on this occasion, but their hunger at winning possession back on every occasion has been top notch. Luke McGeehan there tries to get forward and tries to get possession forward for Strabane if he can, and he finds Danny McBride out here, who works the ball out to Owen McGrath. Owen McGrath looks up, there's space inside in the full forward line. If he can shift it early, he doesn't, and he goes to Warner Mullen, who again tries to carry possession and beat the Stewartstown rear guard if he can. He takes on his man and Conor Quinn and tries to go past him and finds Owen McGrath out round the 45. He has runners on, midfielders coming running through is Mark McAdams. Mark McAdams gets the free and gets the decision from Mark Loughearn there, who judged that he was pulled back on that occasion in trying to go forward, and gives him a free and gives him the opportunity to go forward. And Warner Mullen will try and strike this to get another score on the board from Strabane. It's 3:12 plays Nadja Hawk Strabane as we approach around 42 minutes, 43 minutes into the second half. Warner Mullen stands over this. He's 40 yards out. He strikes it poorly on his right foot, but it breaks in around the edge of the square. Again, Stewartstown, they're hungry and aware and alert to win that possession back, but fire possession out. Again, they're there and bravely down Finbar. That's a notable thing about Stewartstown. They've been willing to go down on every ball and win possession back.
They're hungry. They're all over the field. The hunger. It's championship pedigree, so it is. This is what it takes to win championship matches. You have to fight from 1 to 21.
Mark Rooney fires the ball to Gerard O'Neill coming through, and again an opportunity from Strabane and pied out and saved by the Strabane rear guard. They're a last minute defending by them, but good counter running, good attack and play from Stewartstown coming in, and good hunger by Gerard O'Neill coming running through to give the opportunity there. Strabane did well to keep that another opportunity out and to save themselves the blushes of a fourth goal, and I would say a good night Irene save there.
It would have been an excellent save there by Ryan. Excellent.
Yeah, Ryan finds possession again, and Strabane try to come out again. They're a man down. Their fullback is Kyle Morrison, and he's in the bin for, I would say, he's another 8 minutes in the bin at this stage, leaving their task even more difficult as the play begins to open up for both teams, and space begins to open up in the second half. And a good crossfield ball played there by Strabane, and a lovely possession played on the inside into Warner Mullen. Again, he tries to take on the cornerback Conor Quinn and tries to go around him, and he's tackled around the ankles there, and the referee says definitely a free in for him. And space is opening up Finbar for both teams, and we can expect more scores at this stage.
Yeah, it certainly has. The man have now at this stage they've got a rally. There's nothing to lose. It's what they can get in the scoreboard. Their season continues after tonight. There's nothing concluded yet. They have a bit of football to play yet. Stewartstown seem to be, it's still in their terms.
It's still in their terms, in Stewartstown terms. Warner Mullen has an opportunity here to drag them back to 9 points if he can. Last opportunity wasn't good. What about this one? He strikes it well, and he strikes it in his right foot and gives the umpires the easy decision to raise the white flags, and the scoreboard ticks over again. 9 points for Strabane, 3-12 for Stewartstown. Important that Strabane keep the scoreboard ticking over. Finbar, just looking at the other teams that are in the other half of the draw. Who has impressed you on the other half of the draw in this junior championship?
Well, Derry Trask have championship written all over them at the minute because of the nature of their wins, going to extra time, going to penalties against Clonagale and against Duhar the last night to work it right to the end, get the goal to win the match to secure the victory for the semi-final. They will come up against the Nahaloo team. It's obviously on pedigree. They're a championship team. It's very rarely they come down without going up with a trophy of some sort.
True.
So there might be that experience in the Nahaloo camp and having played intermediate football last year, and obviously having the Superior League campaign behind them too.
Yeah, well, that other semi-final takes place at 7 o'clock on Saturday evening. As we see further changes being taking place, we'll keep you abreast of those. As we see Stewartstown coming running forward, Conor Devlin, Conor Quinn is coming running forward with the ball, loses possession and loses out to Strabane. As we see Everett and Ejeg, Shea Doherty comes in to replace Everett Shock, Ethan Corey on the Strabane team. So plenty of changes as we see Devlin coming run forward, slips the pass inside, another opportunity and another goal for Stewartstown. Goaler Agus Cooler reach for Hunya and Cree. A brilliant finish there to the corner of the net after great interplay and a massive turnover from Devlin to turn the ball over and to set his forwards in motion there. As we see he comes burrowing through there, he can't be stopped, and a lovely switch pass by him. Finds the man in possession, who is Shea Burke, and a great finish by Burke into the corner of the net. He has had some performance Finbar tonight.
And strongly aided by Conor Quinn, the number 4s, had been outstanding, covered every blade of grass tonight from number 4.
Yeah, I think that's 1-5. I think Shea Burke has to his tally at this stage. That's an excellent contribution from the middle of the field. Strong running by the big man through the middle. He has been ably assisted by Stephen Talbot throughout the game, and Stewartstown aren't done yet as they look to see if they can get more scores on the board. Shea O'Neill tries to force his way forward, steps back and creates a pocket of space for himself, but fires that one out just to the right hand side and wide. And again, the hunger Finbar talked about earlier, the willingness to work for each other, to get into space is notable for Stewartstown.
And even with the comfortable lead, the power and pace right through the field, they ain't for stopping. They're going to keep the scoreboard moving.
The big strong men there, the Devlins most notably there, are creating difficulty and will create difficulty for anybody.
Excellent. Well, Cahill himself, what can we say about the man? He's been about a long time and an asset in any forward line on Tyrone.
Yeah, as we see Strabane again coming forward with possession, but Stewartstown there in numbers to stop that attack and to stop the Strabane advance if they can. Warner Mullen has again the ball under his hand, fires it out to Owen McGrath. Owen McGrath gets possession, but again Strabane lacklustre, look short and devoid of ideas, and the long ball comes in towards the edge of the square. Can they get somebody on the end of this? And the ball breaks in towards the edge of the square, and they can, and they have a man there on the edge of the square to finish the ball into the net along the ground, and that's a good goal by Strabane. One I think that they'll be happy to get, as we see again, ball comes in round the edge of the square, in round the house, ball is broken, and again ball is there, and it's finished to the net by Conall Crawford. Ever the Carjag who finishes that goal and that opportunity for them. We were saying that that's what they needed.
A big goal in the terms of Strabane's season. They've not got to grind themselves back into this. May not necessarily won this game tonight, but they've got to take the scoreboard back to within grasp again.
It's always important for confidence, always important that you can go away with some kind of respect, as we see Stewartstown coming forward. That man, Dan Logan, a lovely pass is played again on his left side, and he fires the ball out, and it's a great score again for Stewartstown, and lovely interplay. Dan Lowe, a real danger man on all occasions tonight. Great skill by Sean and him to dummy and go on his left hand side, but again runners all on all occasion, and the ball is fired over the bar, and a lovely score again by Everett Hianjeg and Shin Macaulay Quinn. A great score from him, a man who got a goal earlier on in the game. Space opening up and forwards, and Stewartstown are enjoying the space that's in front of them here, Finbar.
It's clinical, so it is, and it's run at pace, and they're not afraid to give the pass. There seem to be a trust that the runners will appear, so and they certainly are appearing in abundance here.
It's a big thing, but as a coach, that you always have men coming off the shoulder, and as a player that you know that I can fire the ball there and there's somebody there to receive it, is a massive thing.
The options are widely available, and even as Stewartstown attack this half, the options are lining up here for the runner, and the run has started again. They expect the ball to come in.
Expect the ball to come in, and unfortunately on that occasion the ball was given away. Strabane are there to win the ball back. We see Warner Mullen is back there, men back there, Danny McBride to win possession back and the ball back for Strabane. Have they another kick in them? Can they get another goal? If they could, it would drag them even further back and closer back into this game, but they give possession away to Stewartstown. Stewartstown again come again on the attack again, runners through the middle. It's Davlin again, Cahill Devlin, Leshan Leithroyd, Crunchian Leithroyd Jamal, Everett Jahinton, Jared O'Neill. A man who's a great game. He fires it out to the corner back to Conor Quinn, who has a go, and it goes out to the right hand side on wide. Again, probably the wrong man in the wrong position.
Right place, but he warranted a shot at goals there, because by God, he's been farther up the field than he has been further back all night.
But again, it's something I suppose, Finbar, in the modern game, corner backs, half backs, are going to find themselves in these positions now and have to be able to take scores from outside the D, from 30-40 yards out. You nearly need everybody to be able to kick from distance at this stage.
Totally. Obviously, with Steban employing the sweeper, he's obviously become the spare man, and rightly so, he's pushed forward.
He's pushed forward and found himself in that opportunity and in that position. And again, whenever you're so far ahead at this stage, nobody is going to give out to you. Nobody is going to chastise you for having an opportunity and having a go. As further changes are made, ever Fee and Shin Cui O'Neill, Tagachesney Shahar Fark, he comes into the field for another exchange for Stewartstown. Tagachesney Jahanach, the man that we were just talking about, Conor Quinn, who makes way to save his legs, possibly for further action needed down the line in the championship as it goes ahead. Oh, and we see Stewartstown coming forward and a hand around the neck there. Again, I think it was Dan Lowe who was coming forward and making his way forward, and an arm around the neck there, and he appeals for a free. He's given the free, but it's how Mark Laherna judges this at this stage. Is he going to go to his book and award a yellow card at this stage to the number 21 to Owen Barclay? He does, and probably at this stage a correct decision by him to award the yellow card. Dan Lowe again, a danger man on all occasions, a man looking to find his way forward, looking to find space and to commit defenders, and that's the big thing. That's Stewartstown find again a pocket of space as number 6 Mark Rooney comes forward again. Strong running by him, and space opens up in front of him. He has a go on his left foot, and ball breaks off the post. Again, Macaulay Quinn there on the edge of the square. Ball breaks to him kindly into his bread basket, and finished brilliantly again by him into the corner of the net. Cool, Everett cool, goal number 5 for the Stewartstown men. And again, as we look at this, Finbar, a clinical and a good finish by him.
That's good for it. It's just they're picking them off in wool here now. The heart is definitely going out of the Sigersons here at the minute. It's disappointing to see, because the season is by no way over at the minute. They've got to get a grip on things here. It's hard when you're working on the sideline to try and get the signals onto the field when the team is collapsing around you, so we can't blame the management. This is a player decision now. This is when it's put to their test. Where do you want to go with this season? They're on the verge of intermediate football, but this is not the performance where they want to be at the minute.
It's very hard, Finbar, to take a hammering like this, which what is a hammering, and to continue your season on and to keep going.
To go again, like, where do you grasp them? Where do you yell them from now? This is the second big game Steban have got to say that they played this year, with they played as season campaigners, and basically they failed the game.
Very hard to take and very hard to motivate players As we see Strabane willing to go down on it still at this stage. Danny McBride hasn't given up the ghost yet. He's willing to try and get his troops forward, get some kind of respect back for Strabane in terms of what's on the scoreboard at this stage. 53 minutes into the second half. Strabane coming forward again. Ball's played long into the full forward line, but it's broken out, and again Stewartstown have numbers there. Mark Rooney's there to pick up possession and to tidy up and to mind the house for them as they look to come forward with the ball. They've been composed at every stage, in possession, comfortable on the ball. Runners there are men available, and they've hunger in spades. They will be a danger and a threat to whoever comes through the other semi-final between Derrytress and Connollys, and I'm sure both sets of management are watching on, saying, right, the Stewartstown men are going to be a force to be reckoned with as we see them building possession. They've worked the ball right across the field from under the stand to over under the commentary position, and they're willing to go back with it again. The heart is dropping out of the Strabane challenge at this stage, but again Stewartstown are to be applauded for their skill level, for their ability to keep ball and to find men in possession at any key stage that they need to. Ever Ajay, Gerard O'Neill in possession, a man who's had a great impact and carrying ball forward. He goes again, the Flamehair player through the middle of the field, goes in his own. He'll fancy back in his chances, but he finds men in possession. Dan Lowe's there to finish on his left foot if he can, and goes again on his left peg and over the bar from Dan Lowe. And a massive, brilliant team score from Stewartstown, worked from right the way across on the far side of the field, Finbar, to under the stand, to over here, through the hands. I don't know how many men were involved in that passage of play.
There's definitely a shade of sharpness about them. They've been well trained, well coached the year, because their sharpness at this time of the season is excellent. But that's championship football. They've been primed for this.
I'm impressed with Gerard O'Neill and his carrying and his ability to bring ball forward on every occasion for them. Number 10 there, he's done very well, Finbar.
All over the field, Stewartstown look comfortable in the ball. Strabane, if anything, now they've looked leggy. It's not that they're not fit or nothing, but there's not a sharpness. There's no off the mark sharpness about them. They're okay in the long runs, but off the mark, it seems to be a yard short.
With Strabane are there to win this breaking ball in round the 21-yard line. They're looking to see if they can get a score, if they can salvage some pride in this game. 5-14 to 1-9 as they try and come forward. The ball's played short in around the edge of the square, and a tussle around the edge of the square between Warner Mullen and a few Strabane players there. He drags one of the Stewartstown players back, but the referee at this stage is happy to way play on us. Strabane men are down on the ground there. They're looking forward to a place in the championship final at this stage. One, I suppose, of the key aspects, Finbar, is not to concede injuries later on, not to concede silly cards, and to have men in positions where you don't know if they're going to be available for a championship final.
Definitely not. They'll all be playing for the place in the final now. Even the subs come on for their few moments of run out. Will give anything for their couple of minutes in the final. This is what it's all about now, and they're definitely in the deserving position to be in that spot.
I have to say, a great possession won by Tiernan Rush in the middle of the field there from a kick out by Greg Kelly. Great hunger and determination shown by him and Gareth Devlin to come out and win the ball, and it sticks, and great hands inside there by the full forward line. Can they finish with another score? They see if they can work possession back round it again. Ball's won there. Theo O'Neill it was who won that possession in there. Great hands by him, and again Stewartstown have numbers over the men over, and they'll see if they can find another avenue to go forward like they did on the last occasion and work the ball through the hands to the runner. Stephen Talbot looks to see if there's anything on, but is happy to come back and round, and there's space over on this hand side of the field, and he finds possession to Darren Devlin. Darren Devlin is underneath the commentary position, decides and backs himself to go forward and forces his way forward, and is dragged down on that occasion by Oisin McGillian, the substitute who's come in for Strabane. And again, they're waving to see if they can get that man Devlin on the ball to strike the ball over the bar, and no doubt a definite pullback by McGillian. It's just the colour of the card, I think, at this stage that Mark Loughlin is going to brandish for that foul. And again, one of the things Darren Devlin did correctly there, Finbar, was driving forward and committing defenders. Asking
the question, so it's driving at pace, not afraid to carry the ball into the tackles, they're not, but doing it wisely. They're driving through the tackle, they're not trying to dander it in or walk it through it or solo or bounce in it. They're hitting the tackle at pace.
And a lovely chip possession and ball given out again there by that man Devlin. He finds Tiernan Rush in space underneath the stand here. Aaron O'Mey, Ogazeda Huntussi as they go forward again. Danlo does brilliantly to win possession. Kind of an S down on one knee and get back up again, and finds Theo Lowe out in possession again. Men over for Stewartstown. They're loving this at this stage in the semi-final and really enjoying their night's football as we see Gerard O'Neill comes forward with the ball, fires a shot in, it's short into the goalie's hands, and Ramagan collects that possession and sets Strabane again on the go if they can. An abundance of men, an abundance of talent for Stewartstown Finbar, that could cause any team difficulty. Men who've come in, Theo Lowe again, but Dan Lowe is the man for me in there who's made a
excellent.
real...
It's been a treat to watch tonight, and obviously Gareth Devlin gives you that anyway, no matter where you watch him, he's excellent, but young Lowe's been a treat to watch here.
A treat to watch, yeah. And again, Strabane are trying to come forward. Again, they're going to fire the ball in round the edge of the square to see if it'll break kindly for them. Ball's high in round the edge of the square, in round the house. Warner Mullen is there, but again, Stewartstown, there are numbers. 2 men in round it again to win the ball back. Hunger at this stage for them is evident again, and Strabane go again in search of another ball, and another high looping ball that's played in, but it's a nobody ball there in all fairness, and it's given back to Stewartstown, who'll look to try and come through again. A team, Finbar, Stewartstown, who will not be afraid of intermediate football and happy to take anybody on in intermediate football.
We'll be very disappointed that they're playing at this level this year, as they know themselves to blame. It shows the intensity of Tyrone club football on its own, especially when you hit the higher leagues, intermediate and senior. Every league game is a championship match, and if you disrespect that, you pay the consequences.
Yeah, and a team also that will be conscious of, their history. In 2004, winning a junior title, they went as far as an All-Ireland club as well in 2005 to be beaten in the final. As we see them coming forward again, hunger is the key word for Stewartstown. Oh, and a great set of hands there, Brian McGowan to get the hands to that one. But Finbar, again, they'll know that there's avenue and room to go forward in terms of Ulster and further afield if they can.
It comes with the junior championship now, and the team of the calibre what we had with the 4 relegated teams last year. There was quality went into junior football this year, and obviously the quality surfaced. They finished in 3 of them finished in the top 4. That comes with this league now, or this championship, this junior championship. You have a team that's a realistic chance of going right through Ulster, and there's an All-Ireland at the end of it if you're lucky enough.
Possibly, but again, they have to finish this one, and they have to get their way through a final if possible between the winners of Derry Tresk and Ahalou, which is to come later in the weekend as we look at, and a good score there by Strabane, Everett and Jack Regents and Rory Gormley, a man who has done himself no injustice at all through the course of the game and has stepped up to the mark and has done yet again so for Strabane to get himself another score there. But again, Finbar, to go back to it, noticeable again in 2005, they were 1-1 at Tyrone Intermediate in this
it's a tradition. Killyman has achieved a 2. It can happen. So it is, but Stewartstown have produced great footballers over the years. They'll not go into intermediate with a threat. They're not coming up like a junior team that is sort of caught in the headlights. They're coming up as an intermediate team that they're very disappointed they've been down. They had the calibre player, they had the quality, they just obviously didn't put in the shift.
Was it a case of indiscipline at stages within Stewartstown that they fell apart after having gone and won things, and maybe it went to the head a bit and they weren't able to contain the achievement and contain the excitement of the achievement?
Well, they've been a yo-yo team too, I suppose, like ourselves over the years, but they're calibre player, and even what they're showing out here tonight, this is not a junior performance.
No. But that's one thing that struck me about watching the junior championship so far is the quality of some of the teams in the football that has been played. Like, for example, I think Ahalou have been shown very, very well and coming through very strongly. And again, a force to be reckoned with, and another team that fancy themselves
season campaigners, whatever is about them, when they seem to come down to junior, they seem to go into a different league altogether. One of these teams, like ourselves again over the years, is caught between 2 leagues. They just seem to be too good for junior and just struggling a wee bit in intermediate.
I suppose, which sometimes begs the question: should we go back to the 4?
It does ask the question. It does ask the question, because there's a gulf in all 3 leagues. Is showing a gulf. If you look at it from the top 4 to the bottom 4, there's a gulf in all 3 leagues.
Yeah, again, it's questions to be answered. Restructuring of leagues, it's something that's come to the fore in Derry over this past week or two. I think one of the things that we can allude to and we can talk about is the strength of Tyrone club football. A very, very strong junior championship, very strong performances. As we see Stewartstown coming forward with the ball again, they're happy to keep driving forward in this game, and they look to see a ball played on the inside to Theo Lowe. Theo Lowe goes again and threads a lovely pass. Oh, and the ball to the right hand side and wide, and disappointingly, and another let off. O'Neill, Vishen Shin, he was there, he had a great opportunity. If he had stepped back inside, we see it again, he had the opportunity right in the right foot. Maybe, I suppose he could have gone the left, but Ryan did well, Ryan McGowan, to close him down there and to close down that avenue. I think it was a case of,
at this stage, they've went for the extra pass, going for the goal. Whether that had been, put it this way, if it had been a few weeks' time in the final championship, I dare say they'd be knocking that over the bar.
You would, yeah. Again, we see that man, Rory Gormley, doing well to win possession. He's won a serious possession for Strabane in the middle of the field again, to set them on the front foot as they come forward. forward, and a right-footed shot by them, and a drop short in around the edge of the square. Greg Kelly is there to break the ball out, two fists to it. Again, one of the things that you might want to see your goalkeeper is coming out and winning that possession cleanly. Come on.
Clear cut.
Come out.
But obviously not enough player on the attack with Strabane till there was an opportunity created with that clearance, and Strabane were not there to pick up on it.
As we see Stewartstown, they're looking to build forward. They're not finished yet. They're looking to see if they can add to their very, very impressive tally of 5 goals and 14 points. A serious scoring display by the Harps here tonight as they're coming forward again. Devlin's on the ball, sees to see if there's way forward for him, goes on his right foot, and he has options inside again on a left-footed shot which comes in there on that occasion from Anton Coyle, and it's broke out, and Strabane got the opportunity at this stage to see if they can come forward. Rory Gormley in possession, works the ball, tries to come out through two tackling Stewartstown Harps players. That's great hunger and determination by Stewartstown to win the ball back and to win possession back, and Kyron Robinson is in there to say, that's my ball, give it to me, I want it at this stage. And Stewartstown again happy to work the ball back again to Cathal Devlin as Mark Loughlin looks around and judges that time is up, he's seen enough, and it's Stewartstown who will progress to the junior championship final on a scoreline of 5 goals and 14 points to 110 Strabane. A serious mark of intent by them here tonight. Erinomi, a massive display for them. 5 goals in total by the Stewartstown men. Very composed throughout. Their passing, their interplay was top notch throughout, and there can be no dispute that they are valid winners here and very, very credible threat to anybody in this junior championship. Finbar, your last words on Stewartstown tonight. Have you been impressed by them?
Very impressed. They've shown why they've won the league. They've been clear-cut, convincing winners here tonight. Commiserations to Strabane. Obviously, the older players led by example, and young Gormley and young McGrath can be credited in their performances. But once again, Warner led from the front, but needed more support around him. But once again, congratulations to Stewartstown. Their forward play was immense, and young Lowe, worth the admission fee.
Yeah, and who was it? Was it Lowe? Who else?
Gareth Devlin. It's too easy to say Gareth Devlin. It's too easy. Gareth has been here before and he's all the accolades. So we'll go for the younger men. And another man that caught the Macaulay Quinn is actually is the perfect playmaker. If you don't mark Macaulay Quinn, he will punish you. So no matter who's playing them in the final, he takes man-to-man marking. And Connor Quinn, he was given the option because the sweeper dropped off him, and by God, he performed. He
performed, and we can see Macaulay Quinn, he's out on the field. He's talking to Eugene McConnell, and you can see that post-match interview later on, I'm sure, on Tyrone GA, on Facebook and on Twitter, on all social media channels. Again, it's a massive weekend of football here. Up directly after this, at 8:15, is a massive derby clash between Connollys and Galbally to see who goes forward and gets a place in the Tyrone Intermediate Final. It'll be coming up live on Tyrone GA Live. A massive weekend of football again. At tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Clonaux take on Donaghmore and Eden Dark. At 3:45 then, the derby clash between Carrickmore and Lochmacrory from Primroy. The other semi-final in the Junior Championship are a Seachta Club, Ihamara, they're the Trask, August Ahaloo, and then Super Sunday, as we call it here, Oma and Dromore at 1 o'clock in Lochmacrory, and then the big clash at 4:45, Ergal Kieran, August Dungannon, Erin Carrickmore. And the other semi-final in the Intermediate Championship at 7 o'clock live from Owen Rua, the hurling club in Dungannon, is English and Eden Dork. You can watch all those games on Tyrone GA Live. It's a pleasure covering this game tonight and being with you on Tyrone GA Live. Wormsta, Conlon Marching, August Finbar McConnell, Gajeen Caderella, Ihawai, August Snagafoy.